right, my top four, Chad. Let's see. Number 4 is Marcel Reed. I really, I really like his dual threat ability. I like his ability, even with him being dual threat. He's a passer first. Yes, he was not as good down the stretch last year as he was in the beginning of the season. Also, too, you have to understand he's only played a full season's worth of games because he about a season, maybe a season and a half. He's only had one season where he's been the starter from start to finish. Let's put it that way. So he came in midway through his freshman year and took over as a starter, and that was 2 years ago. And then this past year, he was able to get Texas A&M into the playoff. Now, yes, a lot of times there is a progression. He's got to be able to take that next step. Now, he got the first step. He got the team into the playoffs. The next step is not only to get the team into the playoffs, but to win a game or two or more. So we'll see if he can do that. In the third spot, I have Gunnar Stockton. I don't think anybody's improved in the last 2 seasons more than Gunnar Stockton, and I think he's in full control of that offense. He's really starting to develop much better as a passer, as just kind of a playmaker type guy at the quarterback position. Number 2 is Arch Manning. I think in the second half of the season, Arch Manning was probably the best quarterback in the SEC. And his ability to run on top of that, and then what he did in the bowl game against Michigan, I think really showcased what Texas really has to look forward to this year with the weapons they've added, but hopefully for him that they've patched up some of the offensive line. And then my number 1 quarterback returning is Trinidad Chambliss. I don't want to say single-handedly, but the quarterback position is so important. But he almost had he had Ole Miss within 1 minute of going to the national championship game, and you watch him play, and it's just like the guy just won't. He makes all the right reads. He makes all the right plays. He knows, he understands where everybody is on the field. He doesn't get rushed. He's just silky smooth, works the pocket. He's one of those guys. He's a dual threat guy, but he's a passer first. And with him coming back now, I'm not a big Pete Golding guy. I don't know how the whole thing's going to work, but Trinidad Chambliss, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the conference.
Yep, and mine will reflect that as well, because my original list did not have Trinidad on it, obviously, because at the time I don't think he was eligible to play. So all my top 5, so you're like, well, Chad, you got Aguilar at number 5. Well, he was 4 until my number 1 was eligible. So 4 now is John Mateer. I like him. I think he had an injury last year that kind of hindered him down the stretch. I think he'll be better. Number 3, Gunnar Stockton. 2, Arch Manning. 1, Trinidad. I don't think this is even close right here. I think Trinidad Chambliss is by far the number 1. And I know Arch has the last name, but he didn't play like Trinidad Chambliss did last year. That guy was a beast. And I agree with you. He did just about single-handedly get them to a national championship game last year.
Yeah, and if Aguilar ends up coming back, Aguilar will be in the 2 spot, and I would bump Arch down because Aguilar, I believe this would be either his 6th or 7th season now, and that makes a difference because you're talking about a guy that's like 23, 24 years old who's played a ton of snaps. Number 1, number 2, he also led the SEC in passing this past year. So you get a guy that has led, and I said this on another show, but you give me that kind of a passer with a head coach and a play caller like Josh Heupel to run the offense, and an actual legitimate competent defensive coordinator in Jim Knowles, I've stated this previously, Tennessee will be about a touchdown better on defense